Guys, this couple have broken the internet with lots of people implying that Michel Ihezue is after this guy because of his money, because the man in question is a billionaire from Anambra State, while Michel is from Imo State. Michel is said to be, the internet says she's 26, but she has come out to debunk it, and some people who know her claim she is 33. Michel was the most beautiful girl in Nigeria between 2017 to 2018, and in 2023 she won Miss Universe Nigeria, and she went on to contest for Miss Universe International abroad in November 2023. So I would say she's still a reigning queen, but the thing is, I never knew it was the thing for reigning queens to, contest to get married, because in the past it wasn't allowed. In the past, if a reigning queen got married, she would be dethroned immediately. Well, at this point, even if she's dethroned, I guess her marriage to this billionaire tops whatever being Miss Universe comes with. At least maybe she even met him in the course of being Miss Universe, maybe on official trips or whatever. And guys, talking about the man is a widower. He's 63, and his wife died in 2020 November. Yes, in a motor accident. The motor accident claimed the wife of the former Senate leader Udome and Amaka, a police officer, along Orebini Express Road on Thursday, which was the 19th of November 2020, and the funeral took place sometime on the 20th of December 2020. So the man remarried exactly 3 years after the demise of his late wife. His late wife's funeral was actually well attended by the likes of Peter Obi, top politicians, because he was a member of House of Representatives between 1999 to year 2003. So this is the obituary, poster of his late wife. So guys, let's talk about this beautiful union between Ukachukwu and Michel. Well, for me, to start with, I don't know, I usually have mixed feelings whenever a widower gets married, especially after losing his young wife. I don't know, most times I feel like, did they remarry too early, or did they do the right thing? I know that your wedding day, you take a vow until death do us part. I know that, but now the thing is this: sometimes when you say until death do us part, I understand, yes, you're free to remarry after the demise of your wife. So let's talk about how long should a man stay before he remarries. To be very honest, in this man's case, I feel like 3 years, I don't know, I don't know if I'm being self-centered, but I feel like 3 years is such a short time, because this December, I think the 14th or 20th will make it exactly 3 years his wife was buried, and he has moved on. He is loving up. God, I wish wishes were horses. I don't want any woman to die so young, leaving her young kids. I know that Ugochi might just be an amazing stepmom to those kids, but then the woman he married died at 41. I say the man pretty much has a thing for dating much younger women, because if the woman died at 41 in 2020, this man was probably 60 then, so he probably married her when she was very young. Who knows, maybe he was married before. I don't know anything about his life before his late wife Amaka. And guys, Nigerians are so, especially Nigerian men, they have been welling on Twitter talking about how women tend to marry rich men, how beauty queens will leave their poor boyfriends and go and marry rich men after they have won their pageants. And I was like, the truth is, can a broke man stand a beauty queen? The truth is he can't. So it's better she go to the person who will value her, the person who will respect her, because the average Nigerian man suffers inferiority complex. Imagine like a regular man, a civil servant, your wife is Miss Nigeria, I'll be your girlfriend is Miss Nigeria. Even friends will be telling you, this girl just saying only you, and you now start having thoughts of not true, not true. So when I saw those tweets talking about how women, I say even Flavor talk maintenance is key to beauty. Shower. So Flavor in his song titled Her Excellency talked about how a man's worth is known when you see his wife. When you see Odogu's wife, you will know that Odogu is doing very well. Go and listen to that track if you're Igbo or understand Igbo language. That song explains all I have been trying to say about marrying up and the need to marry up. So let's talk about beauty queens, ex-beauty queens who married super rich men. Yes, some are married, some are no longer married, but let's see the ones who are married and are no longer married. Here we have Chinenye Ochuba and her husband, Mr. Akinlade. He is older than her with about 19 years and they have been married since 2012. Chinenye was most beautiful girl in Nigeria 2002. Abani Darego handed over to her. Yes. Since her marriage in 2012, Chinenye has left the public view. She doesn't attend public events that much. Her husband is from Ogun State and he even ran for gubernatorial election, in one of these small parties. Since Chinenye got married, she has focused on motherhood and her career. So guys, number 2 on the list is Maureen Emenalom and Charles Ihezue. Unfortunately, their marriage didn't last. They quietly went their separate ways. Maureen and Charles started dating when she was 25 and he was 50. These are pictures from his 50th birthday that had lots of celebrities and politicians in attendance. He was such a big deal. He was a nightlife guy. He owned businesses. He sold cars. And these are pictures from their traditional marriage, which held on the 10th of September 2011. I will never forget that date because my friend got married that same day, and so I remember saying, oh, I wish I could attend Maureen's wedding, a traditional marriage. Unfortunately, I couldn't. And I remember one of the guests who attended my friend's wedding in Mbise came from Maureen Emenalom's and Charles Ihezue's wedding. Their wedding was pretty big. Shortly after, they started having issues. She went to Dublin where she gave birth and she never returned. She still lives in Dublin. I love that they separated quietly. She was his third wife. Yes, the guy is a serial. I'm sure he has married again. And I don't think their marriage lasted 5 years. They just went their separate ways. Now she is living her best life as a single lady. For the longest time, she had Ihezue attached to her name on Instagram. And gradually, she removed it and now changed it to her business name. So that's all on Maureen Emenalom Ihezue and Charles Ihezue. Charles ran for Gube election. No, I be House of Rep under Labour Party in the last election, but I don't think he won. And presently, he is not as rich as he used to be. Yes, he ran into lots of troubles in his business and things went down for him. Let's move to the next person, the next beauty queen who married up and correct. And gosh, I forgot to mention, Maureen was Miss Malaika. She won Miss Malaika beauty pageant. I think that's the pageant she won. So on the number 3 spot, we have Ihoma Nadi and Emmanuel Imenike. Guys, their marriage has been on a break and quench level. Some days she'll change her surname, some days she'll delete his pictures, but one thing is sure, Emmanuel loves pussy. So I think that's like the major cause of their problems, because for the longest time he spends more time in Owerri, always hanging around Cubana chief priest, while the lady lives in Lagos. So their marriage has been shaky, but well, she was ex-beauty queen, former most beautiful girl in Nigeria, and boy, did she marry right? Of course, I will say yes. And here we have Ihezue and her husband Joseph Yogbo. And the beautiful thing about this couple, they both married very early. I remember Ihezue was 20 or 21, and the marriage allegedly took place in Jos. It was a secret wedding. I don't think people were allowed to take pictures, very few friends and families. That's why you would hardly see the photos of their wedding on the internet. Although they had like a rocky beginning, with Joseph alleging that Ihezue's mom was interfering in their marriage. At the point, he even banned Ihezue's mom from visiting them or something. Yes, it was all over the tabloids back then. But today they are wasking strong, super powerful couple. They have kids together, shuttle between Lagos and different parts of the world. So hey, Ihezue, you do well. So here we have Abani Darigo, MBGN 2001 and Miss World, the first African to win the Miss World beauty pageant. Abani is married to Mr. Ishaya Danjuma. Mr. Ishaya Danjuma is the son of General Theophilus Danjuma and his ex-wife Grace. The couple got married privately in 2017 and they have 2 kids together. Abani doesn't live in Nigeria. She's enjoying living her best life, traveling over the world. Oh well, he bagged that sister. And then we have Powede Eniola Akujo. Well, she is married to an Nkwere man. Nkwere is a local government in Imo State, the same local government with Davido's wife, Chef Chi. And her wedding was beautiful. It was big. Powede actually contested for the most beautiful girl in Nigeria beauty pageant in 2013, where she came first or second, which automatically made her Miss Tourism 2013. She went on to contest at the international pageant abroad. Well, she may not have won, but the good thing about her is she went on to become a pilot. Yes, Powede is a certified pilot. That is what a lot of people do not know. She's doing so well for herself. And boy, she's touring the world, enjoying her life. She lives in Lagos with her husband, and she's doing pretty well for herself. So guys, the list is endless. We have Sylvia Edem Emecheta, who has been married for 17 years. Far back as the early 2000s, her husband had a Ferrari. Yes. So guys, the list is endless. We have Anita Uwebele, as much as she's separated now, but she was married to the former chairman of Transcorp. She married shortly after she won MBGN. I think in, I don't know, 2004 or 5, not so sure. So what I'm just trying to say is that beauty queens marry right. The list is endless. And hey, how did I forget the Jagaban, Helen Prest Ajayi? Why did I even forget Regina Askia, who married, relocated, and has become a nurse? One thing you cannot take away from these ex-beauty queens is the fact that they developed themselves too. Some of them went from being undergraduates in Nigeria to traveling outside to studying really hard. I think aside Flavor's baby mama, what's her name? Anna Bana, who was in school in Dubai when she got pregnant and couldn't proceed. I hope she has graduated now. You know, the rest, they do so well for themselves. Some of them even change their career paths and all that. So one thing you cannot say is they are not bringing anything to the table, my dear. Their brains are usually on fire. Guys, see how I deviated on this post. So just tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Will you marry for love or for money? So guys, tell me, would you like me to do a post on beauty queens who married super rich, like a standalone post? Would you like to see what their life looks like? Tell me in the comment section.